What is your advice to the next generation of men in the world? Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Learn to fix things yourself so you don't have to pay someone else. Have a selfless attitude towards others. Such good advice. Being a relatively new homeowner has taken me from I can put screws in drywall to learning all sorts of things, including concrete, electrical, plumbing, woodworking, etc. There are so many good resources out there. It's never been easier to learn to do things yourself. The more you do, the more you start see that there's nothing magic about how things about built and fixed, and you can do it as well as anyone in many cases. Yesterday I cut a stump out of the ground using a 12 inches reciprocating saw after getting quoted $400. Felt so accomplished when the last piece came up. For one thing, don't use dating apps in regards to relationships. Only use it for recreational purposes, if that. Be involved and consistent in clubs/meetups. This can relate to fitness, running club, yoga group, salsa dancing, CrossFit, etc., learning/developing a skill, like practicing learning a new language, coding meetups, etc., or an interest, professional networking, travel groups like couchsurfing. I'd recommend joining one fitness group, with healthy percentages of each gender, and one meetup group for something you enjoy or want to get better at. Do it consistently each week. Sooner or later you'll make friends/good acquaintances, and that'll give you the framework of being socially involved and active. That alone will give you multiple opportunities for bringing the right relationship into your life. The reason why it works is because you're not doing these things for the purpose of getting into a relationship, but for growing yourself and making yourself better. And when you're doing that, you'll naturally draw on those who are naturally aligned and compatible to you in a neutral environment, or they'll expose you to others who are better suited for you. I can't count the number of people I know who met and got married through CrossFit and the running groups, such as November Project, which I participated in. There's something about interacting with people over a significant period of time with a shared interest and vision which exposes you to people who are genuine to you and compatible. Just be consistent. And in terms of when you actually get into a relationship, make sure that the character of your partner is both aligned in values and that they have a good track record for good character. And make the bedrock of your relationship one of mutual respect. People's minds can change all the time, even if you are fully compatible and you could disagree on important things in the future. But if you're with someone of good character who respects you above all, you can address any issue that could come up. Don't think the woman you met is the woman she will continue to be. Women grow and change, and you need to as well find a way to do that while hopefully not sacrificing the good parts of who you are. Lots of unhappy couples I have been around in older generations are at the intersection of I don't need to change and divorce isn't an option. Communicate openly about where you both want to be and listen. Understand if some things are impossible to overcome, you've both got to take stock and be prepared to move on from one another, but only as a last resort. Not as number 3 on a short list of options. Relationships are hard, all of them. Learn how to say no and mean it. Set boundaries and don't be worried about what other people think about it. The only person you have to deal with for the rest of your life is yourself, so having your own peace, comfort, and self-respect will be worth more than anything.
Stay off social media. It's so beneficial for your mental health. You stop seeing what everyone else is posting and comparing yourself to them, and you stop seeing every single thing in the news as the end of the world and seeing people who disagree with you politically as the enemy.
Life is a lot more relaxed and enjoyable without Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. Reach out to your buddies. I know there's a level of friendship where you don't speak for years, and when you finally do, it's as though you're just picking up where you left off, but sending a text, email, voicemail, or Discord message will make a bro feel good. It could make a world of difference for a homie going through a tough time in silence, which I know a lot of guys do. I'm guilty of it because I felt like it would make me a burden to my friends, so I get it. A real friend is someone who will go through bad and good times with you. Develop an active lifestyle as early as possible. The longer you wait, the harder it is to start. Good habits build on themselves. The more you do things that are healthy and make you feel good, the more you'll want to. Don't neglect your mental and emotional health. Be vulnerable with people. Be sure to pick the right people and maintain healthy boundaries while you do it, but all human connection ultimately comes from being vulnerable with others. Beware of the walls we build between each other. Don't be afraid to look foolish or fail. It's an inevitable part of growth. The sooner you lean into and embrace it, the better off you'll be. Go easy on the dopamine-driven bad habits. Social media, video games, and porn are the big ones. They can be fine in moderation, but they'll hurt you in the long run if you don't put hard limits in place.
Build really deep friendships. You're not alone on this world, and the stronger your community is, the better you'll be able to weather crises like getting sick, getting fired, or anything else. Figure yourself out before you try and meet a partner. You need to deeply know what you want out of a partner and what you offer a partner. If you aren't a match on both, you're likely going to have a troubled relationship. The only way to find those things out, though, is hard. It requires being in relationships and reflecting on the good and bad after they're over.
Last one, if you do find a partner, don't expect them to be the same person the day you meet, when you get engaged, when you get married, when you have kids, etc. We all change. If you stop relearning your partner, it'll make you both resentful and end the relationship. While it is hard work to keep at it, what better than divorce or being stuck on a bad situation is being able to fall in love over and over again. Dropping gems. My advice to the next generation of men in the world is to strive to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Respect yourself and others, be kind and compassionate, and don't be afraid to take risks and challenge yourself. Embrace diversity and different perspectives, and strive to be a leader who can inspire and motivate those around you. Most importantly, always remember that you are capable of making a difference in the world.